Yo, what it do? What up, y'all? It's Chainz. Woo! Yeah, yeah. You know what it is. All right, so welcome. I am super duper excited about today's show because this is the first ever. Yes, that's right. The first ever show, the BLC Weekend Review. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. This is the week of June 8th, and we're getting into what we did on the BLC Network. That's big laugh comedy for all y'all that haven't been keeping up on tabs of what we be doing in this motherfucking show, and this motherfucking network. So, I appreciate to all y'all that have been staying on top, all our true friends. Love y'all. All right. So this show, let me give you a quick breakdown, real quick, to understand what you should expect from all this. First of all, we get right to it. There's no beating around the bush because, you know, time is money and money is time. And you know how it is because when you do Chainz, money is everything. And so I'm the CEO of BLC Network and I got to make this shit tick tock, so I can get that cha-ching. All right. So we're keeping this nice and tight like my wife, you know, and yes, there's a little bit of sexism there, but you know, I mean it from the heart and it's not anything derogatory. So chill out. All right. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about what we did this week, right? Like everything that happened in the BLC network. We got 3 shows this week and then we got 2 new shows launching next week, this week coming up. That's the week of the 15th of June. We got 2 new shows rolling out. We're going to give you updates on that. We're going to have some special guests coming to you and talking to you and sharing their insights on everything. And then we're going to let you in, pull back the lid a little bit, open that door a little bit, let you behind the curtains and let you see what we're about to do with this next show that's going to be coming up in 2 weeks. So we're super duper excited about all that. All right. So let's get into it. This week in review, let's talk about this week in BLC, starting off with the show, Wait, What? With Luke Severeid. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So this week with Wait, What? With Luke Severeid, we actually had 2 special guests on that were from the co-host, the dynamic duo, the roasters from the, I don't even fucking know, but they roast the shit out of people. And you know them as Allison, Ali Woe, and Ken Hamlett, aka Big Black Schlong, was in the house. And they were representing Triple Threat together on Wait, What? And there were some hilarious moments. First of all, your boy Ken doesn't smoke anything. Doesn't do it anymore. He's got a real job that randomly tests him, so he can't divulge in the simple things that is that beautiful herb we call marijuana, aka weed, aka whatever strand it may be. There's lots of them, so he doesn't really partake in that, which is the whole premise of the show. So if you like weed and you like crazy stories and like hearing crazy comedians talk about crazy stories of them getting high, then you're gonna love the show. And it was a hit. It was the 2nd show so far, and it went off with a bang. It was amazing. We got to see Allison, which we actually are gonna have her jump on and share a little bit of what she thought about the show. So let's listen from Allison real quick. And that is Allison, but the high Allison, because it's not the same Allison. She's not the same Allison when she's high. But you'll see. So let's turn to Allison right now. Oh, what was that? Oh, I'm sorry. We're having, well, not us, but Allison is having difficulties figuring out where she is exactly, and even how to figure out how to use her phone currently to get into this call right now. So we apologize for the high technical difficulties. And in fact, we do, hold on one second. Oh, we don't have Allison, but we do have your boy, Luke Severeid, here to bring exactly what has gone on with his famous fast review about this past week's Wait, What?
On episode 2, Wait, What? That's me. Luke was just like, hey, you better not be a Nazi. That's not good. You'll get punched in the face, and that'll be fun. We'll watch it on repeat. Then Allison was like, I'm not good at parties because I got too high. And then Ken was like, I'm really good at drinking. But then he got cocky with cookies. And then he time traveled. He turned into a time traveler. That's pretty fun. And also Braveheart happened. I talked about that a bit. And then we just hung out and we talked about other people being bad at doing drugs. Come check it out. There's a new episode, 9 p.m. Central this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Come check it out. Bye.
The show Wait, What? With Luke Severeid is every Wednesday night on the BLC Network. So make sure you like the Facebook page, you subscribe to YouTube, you follow us on Instagram, you give us a tweet and a twat and a twat. I don't know what that was, but you know what I'm saying. Tweet, twat, chat. Follow us on TikTok too. I don't know. We're everywhere. But make sure you follow us on YouTube and make sure you follow us on Facebook because that's where the stream show is live. Plus on the blccomedy.com website where you can see everything, all the shows, all the past shows, all the live shows. And so you make sure you get all your fix by going on the website. It's blccomedy.com. Don't forget about that. All right, let's go to the next show. Before I get into our next show, I just want to remind everybody that this past week, the week of June 8th, we were able to raise $150 for the Black Lives Matter proceeds. Everything that we raised during our BLC shows went to our brothers and sisters over at the BLM, and we appreciate everybody. There was some crazy shit that went on last week. We're still fighting the good fight to make sure that we reforming everything and that social justice is actually equal, because it sure as fuck isn't right now. So with your boy Chainz and everybody at the BLC Network fully supports the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that's going on with the protests in regards to George Floyd and all other brothers and sisters that have been killed by the hands of bad people. I mean, listen, I got, my uncle is a police officer. I have friends who are police officers. They're not all bad. We all know that. There are some really good folks out there. But the problem is that the justice system and the overall police system is just fucked up. There are too many bad apples that are in there, and the bad apples are a big problem. And those motherfuckers are the ones that need to get the fuck out, but also need to be prosecuted for killing motherfuckers, because that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool as shit. So we raised some money. Wasn't a whole lot, $150. It's something though, it's something. So we donated directly to Black Lives Matter. And if you still want to send some proceeds over, you can. I'll put the link down here at the bottom, and you can send us money, which will directly go to Black Lives Matter. If you don't want to send it to us, that's perfectly fine. Go over to blacklivesmatter.com and make sure you donate to them. That's all I got to say. All right, let's move on to our next show, Bringing the Heat, Triple Threat. Triple Threat. Now, Triple Threat, we seriously brought the heat this week. And I'm not just talking about heat as far as hot fire or hot peppers, because there's both of those in the show. I'm talking about, we brought the straight heat when it came to some sexual tension to this motherfucker. People have been locked up and either spending too much time with a significant other, or they've been spending too much time by themselves and not getting enough loving time from somebody else. And that was the clear case in this episode of Triple Threat. For that, we actually have our boy Ken Hamlett, who is the better half, one of the halves. I should say the better half. He's not the better half. I take it back. I love you, Allison. That is not the case. Ken is the man, one of the halves of Triple Threat, and he's got a recap for all y'all from his point of view. So let's take a look at that real quick.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Ken Hamlett, one half of the #1 rated show on the network. Our show is called Triple Threat, and a co-host, Allison, shout out to her. This last episode was fucking phenomenal. Brandy out of Austin, hilarious, drunk and rambling. I didn't know that was a talent. Apparently it is, and she murdered it. So shout out to Brandy. And Quinn, big boy Quinn, cheerleader. Man, he's a big boy, and he did a toe touch. Was very, very surprised. It wasn't a full toe touch. He touched his shins, but we're gonna give him credit anyways. He a big boy, so shout out to him for doing that. And then our winner, Sherry Hartman, man, hilarious. Did some stand up. She made a song, which she needs to record ASAP because we need that out here. And then she also made a drink. It was more so just her shaking her boobies with a drink in there. She got some big old boobies, so it's possible. I will order that drink. Anyways, it was a great episode. Shay's going to make it onto our championship round, which will be in 2 more weeks. This Thursday, we got another great show coming to y'all, 8 p.m. Central Time.
Well, thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. That was amazing. That was funny as fuck. You hit everything right on the top, on the nail. Nailed it. Bam, boom. Seal it, sign it, seal it, and deliver. And it's been shipped, and it's overnight delivery because it's fulfilled through Amazon Prime. Yes, sir. Only doing the best here at BLC, and only the best from your boy, Chainz. You know what to do. The last show we had this week was, In the Meantime. This is the staple show. This is the show that kicked us all off on the BLC Network. It's with the king of nerds, the king of geeks, the king of memes, really, your boy, Carter Anderson. And he's here to share with you what happened on this past week's episode of In the Meantime. Let's go take a look.
Previously on In the Meantime, you disobeyed a direct order. You know what, Ramirez? I'm tired of playing by your rules. Here's your badge and here's your gun. I quit. What do you mean you're pregnant? He's dead, Carter. No! Also, Firefly is still canceled. No!
Well, thank you, Carter. Chainz, appreciate you. I love how you got that review down pat, my boy. All right, much love. All right, so now that we've gone through all the shows that we've done this past week, we have some exciting new things. That's right, exciting new shows coming up this next week. We got 2 new shows coming up, all right? One is with the boy Tai Nguyen. It's All You Do Is Win with Tai Nguyen. And this is a show you do not want to miss. Let's go into what this is all about. So All You Do Is Win with Tai Nguyen is actually a life advice show while Tai Nguyen drinks during the show. And if you've never seen Tai Nguyen, then you are in for a treat, my friends. He is one of the funniest people and the most candid person, especially when you give him a little bit of alcohol, because he doesn't really drink that much. And so it was a lot of fun to watch him divulge in some adult beverages and then get into some life advice. And I actually had a piece of advice, or actually not a piece of advice, I was looking for a piece of advice, had a question for Ty. Since your boy Chainz is married, I asked him, I said, yo, Ty, tell me a little bit about this. Yo, your boy is married, and I got some stuff going on. Tell me something, like, we're about to blow up, right? Like, we're doing this, BLC Network is going big time, baby, big time. I got my own show now, woo, woo, yeah. Shout out to all my people, Brandy, Eric, and Ed, and Chris, and everybody behind the scenes for encouraging to do this show. But I really was wondering, how would this affect my marriage? So Ty actually got some really good advice. Let's listen to Ty for a second.
This is Tai Nguyen advice to Chainz. Chainz, I know that you're a married man and you have your own show, so you're gonna become successful. Once you become successful, ladies are gonna throw themselves at you. So my advice to you is keep your dick on airplane mode when you're around your fans. You don't want to pick up any signal. Do you know what I mean? Because first it starts with your thoughts, and then it moves down to your other body part and excites it. So, yeah, that's my advice for you, buddy.
Well, that is the advice that Tai Nguyen had to give your boy Chainz about being married. And I have to say, airplane mode is a very good point. And actually, we have a shirt coming out because we got Father's Day coming up this weekend. And you know BLC is getting in the merch game. So we got a shirt just specially for you guys to put on for this Father's Day. All right, and I'm gonna drop it real quick so you guys can take a look and you guys can go check it out on the website and purchase it. And I'll drop a link in there, and we'll make a special announcement when everything is set up. But we're in the works of it. Let's move on to the last and final show that's coming up this week, and then we got one major announcement. So let's turn to that. Premiering this week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, right before Wait What? With Luke Severeid, we have a brand new show from your boy, the host of In the Meantime, the king of nerds, the king of geeks, the king of memes. He's got a brand new show on the BLC Network, and it's a different type of show. I'm excited about the show. This show is for all the geeks out there. It's called Geek'd Out with Carter Anderson. And I'm gonna let Carter come back onto the show real quick and explain to you what Geek'd Out is all about.
See, what does Geek'd Out mean to me? Star Wars, Daredevil, Stranger Things, Bears, Beats, Battlestar Galactica.
Well, thank you there, Mr. Carter Anderson. I appreciate you. And that was a perfect description of Geek'd Out. I guess it was. I don't know. Like, I don't really get it. I'm not much of a geek. I love some nerdy shit. I love me some Marvel. I love me some Star Wars. I just don't get into the details. Like the other day, just to give you an example, the other day I was on the show In the Meantime, behind the scenes before we were getting ready, and him and Carter and Cole were talking about like composers for music score or for movie scores. And I was like, what the fuck? And they get into like, he did this great and he did that great and he did this great and this movie was awesome and he's usually like this and then I was just like, pump the brakes, man. I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about. You guys are a bunch of nerds, but I love you. I really do. And so that's what it comes down to. These geeks are jumping onto the show, and you should expect it every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, for about 60 minutes, 45, 60 minutes, depending on how much rant and rave these motherfuckers go on. But it's going to be a fun time. If you're a geek, if you love Star Wars, if you love all these nerdy stuff, you're going to love this show. You don't want to miss it. Also, the beautiful thing about the show too is that, let's say it's pre-recorded, all right? It's not going to be live. If you can't make it, can't watch it on Wednesday, we're going to have reruns of it coming up throughout the week. On top of it, we're taking it and we're cutting stuff up. Boop, 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 chopping that shit up and we're putting it as a podcast. That's right. You're going to be able to get the audio version of Geek'd Out on all the major platforms. I'm talking about Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Shout outs to Joe Rogan for going on there. We got it on Spotify. We got it on all the other major platforms. I don't know. The SoundCloud. the SoundCloud. I sound like my fucking grandfather calling Facebook the Facebook. No, it's going to be on SoundCloud as well. All the major platforms. You're going to be able to get it there. So wherever you choose to get your listening pleasures from, you're going to be able to get it from Carter Anderson and the Geek'd Out Show. So make sure you tune into that. Again, every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. That is 9 p.m. Wu-Tang time. Woo-woo. All right, that was it. That's a wrap. We're done with the first ever BLC Week in Review with your boy, Chainz. I want to thank all my guests for coming on the show, sharing their insights, answering questions, giving us their feedback and reviews of the show. I appreciate every single one of the hosts that jumped on here. And I want to give a big shout out to the crew behind the scenes that none of you really see. And that's Brandy Moeller, that's Ed Brown, that's Eric Miller, that's Chris Walden, that's Stav, that's all the great people that put in the hard work behind the scenes to make sure that this stuff, the BLC Network is what it is. And we're getting bigger and better. And we got big things on the horizon. This doesn't just end here. We got podcasts, we got new shows, we got articles coming out. We got sketches. We got shorts, forum content. You better watch it and you better jump on the bandwagon now because you are going to want to miss a thing. That's right. We're going big and we're going to make you laugh and we're bringing all the comedy to you. So that's why big laugh comedy, baby. All right. That was it. I'm your boy, Chainz, your host with the most. And that was it, people. Let's make it rain. Let's have a great week. And I'll see you in all the shows. Chainz out. Deuces.